What's up everyone here? Thank you for making this video party. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because I finally got to upload my review for the brand new Disney Pixar movie Toy Story 4. So how do you follow up the emotional ride we went through in Toy Story 3? The answer? You simply build on the lessons you learned in the last movie. Those lessons being that it's hard to say goodbye. With Toy Story 3, we all had to watch Andy grow into a full adult, and we all had to watch him say goodbye to the toys we all came to know and love since the first Toy Story movie. And what Toy Story 4 does is that it builds on the emotions that the toys had already gone through after they had to say goodbye to Andy. In a way, this movie feels like Toy Story 3 Part 2 as it piggybacks on the emotional connection Woody has with Andy and with Bonnie. This movie does answer one of the biggest questions we never dared ask throughout the whole franchise. How does a toy come to life? While the movie doesn't directly tell you how a toy comes to life, they use its newest character, Forky, as a way to tell audiences how a toy comes to life and how he's able to move, talk, and express emotion. One of the other things I've liked about with not just this movie, but with the entire Toy Story franchise is the overall setting each movie takes place. From Toy Story 1 to Toy Story 4, we've been in kids' bedrooms, we've been in collectors' offices, we've been in toy stores, we've been in daycare, and now we've been in a carnival, and now we've also been at an antique store. Oh my god, that antique store. They could not have picked a more creepier setting for a toy to be in. From creepy puppets to weird baby dolls, the toys in that antique store were toys that you would find in a horror movie. No joke. I honestly thought the Annabelle doll was going to show up as an Easter egg. Speaking of Easter egg, just for you horror fans out there is a small reference to The Shining, but you really got to pay attention to the sound, otherwise you miss it. But back to the movie. One of the things that I really liked about this movie was that it was really a Woody and Bo Peep story. Because when you look at the other movies, the story mainly focuses around Woody and Buzz helping each other out through thick and thin. Which makes this movie all so special is because we finally get to see Bo Peep in full action as a fleshed out character instead of being a side character with just one or two scenes. Like in Toy Story 1 and 2. Also, let's talk about some of the newest toys. While Forky is established as the center plot throughout the entire movie, the comedic attention is just stolen by two of the movie's newest characters, Ducky and Bunny. I mean, when those two characters were on screen, they pretty much had the audience laughing at the edge of their seats. With that being said, I would probably say that this movie is practically the funniest installment in the Toy Story franchise. Now, while the movie does have some good emotional moments, one could argue that the movie was kind of holding back. I mean, let's face it, Toy Story 3 was an unstoppable force of emotions that just made audiences cry. Not only did we have to watch the toys say goodbye to Andy, but we pretty much almost watched them die. So while Toy Story 4 does indeed hold back on some of the emotional moments in comparison to Toy Story 3, the movie still lives up to the whole entire franchise. It also makes me wonder if this franchise will ever end, because after you watch how the movie ends, you're left with a bittersweet feeling and also wondering on how the heck are they going to make a Toy Story 5. But looking back on it now, I said the exact same thing after watching Toy Story 3, and look where we are now. So if Pixar does decide to make a Toy Story 5, I'll just say this right now, you won't hear a single complaint out of me. Now granted, I wouldn't mind if the franchise ended with Toy Story 4, but then again, I said the exact same thing after watching Toy Story 3, and there's the paradox. If Toy Story 5 does indeed come out, I will probably say the exact same thing, saying that Toy Story 5 is a perfect closure of the entire franchise right before they decide to make a Toy Story 6, and so on and so forth. And plus, when you really think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Toy Story 5 because it was Toy Story itself that got Pixar on the map in the first place. And that franchise is Pixar's golden child, so it would make sense for the studio to make more Toy Story movies, knowing that they're going to do well with critics, audiences, and do well at the box office. So in 8 years, the studio will probably make another Toy Story movie that will just melt our hearts all over again. I just hope that the cast lives long enough to make another Toy Story movie. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review for Toy Story 4. If you liked what you saw, click the subscribe button so you can get all the latest updates from this channel. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.